One way to look at data based on different conditions is to use a query formula. This is one of my most commonly used formulas and has a lot of applications in the classroom. So a lot of times when we're using a query formula, we have a list of data and maybe you have class periods or sessions or something else, and you want to divide up the data into those groups so that you can see individual groups. I'm going to go ahead and add a new tab to my sheet, and I'm going to call this Session 1 because I'm going to look at the data for Session 1. Now, in the top square, A1 here, as with any other formula, I'm always going to start with the equal sign. And in this case, I'm going to start typing the word query, and it's going to auto-populate, and I can see that, oh, yep, that's the formula I'm trying to enter. When you're working with formulas, Google does do a nice job of providing an example that kind of walks you through what to include where. So the first piece is asking what data do you want to look at. In this case, I'm going to come over to the Sign Up tab because that's the information that I want to include. And I'm going to highlight these two columns because I want to pull the information from the Sign Up tab in columns A and B. Returning back to my tab here, I'm then going to hit the comma to separate. And now it's asking me my query. What do I want to include? So it always starts with a quotation and the word select. Now I can either type in individual letters to represent the columns, or if I want everything, I can just put the little star asterisk, and that's going to tell it to select all of the columns that I had previously selected. Now I want to add a condition. So I'm going to type in the word where, and I'm going to say where column B equals, and then because I'm using text, I need to put a little single quote mark. And I'm going to type in exactly what I want it to look for. And this does need to match. So it's going to look for any instance of Session 1 in column B. I'm going to close that off by putting that other quotes mark. And really that's all I need in my formula for now. You can add other things later on, but this is the basic formula. And now it's pulling in all of my Session 1s. If I want to create tabs for the additional sessions, I could add a new tab and repeat the process. Or I'm just going to duplicate this tab. I'm going to rename this to Session 2. Now my formula still says Session 1, so when I click in cell A1, all I need to do, instead of rewriting the whole thing, is change that 1 to a 2. And now I have all of my Session 2 responses. And I can repeat that again for the next session. And this is all tied back to this original sign-up sheet. So if Johnny changes and is now going to be attending in Session 3, and I change that on the sign-up sheet, if I look at the Session 3 tab, now Johnny is included in this tab.